Mr. Jae,
Yep.
who are you
Who am I?
and what do you do?
Soalan payah ni, Jun. You start first, huh?
We start hot, then we just chill the rest of the way.
I still, I still haven't figured out yet who am I.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find out. But at the moment, I run a small business, small barbershop. It's been going on for 10 years now, so I'm kind of enjoying that very much more than I did enjoy my last 2 gigs at the corporate world. I wish I did it so much earlier, but I think with most people, they can't figure it out earlier in their life. I think most people, I think in their 40s also don't know
who
what
they are or what they do. Dude, I get it,
what they
man. I get it. I think this was one of the questions that I struggled with as well. I think everyone used to ask me like, so Nas, like, what do you do? And I'm like, that's a good question,
Yeah.
And I think for a while I joked about being a jack of all trades, master of none, just as a joke. Because I coach, I do magic, I host, I'm a radio DJ, I do content. There's just so many things. But now I think I've settled with content creator.
Content creator.
Yeah, because I find that the title influencer a little like, okay. Like, am I?
All right.
That's a little irky for me, a little cringy. But I'm comfortable with being a content creator. And I think that expands to creating content in terms of magic, in terms of videos, in terms of audio, stuff like this.
You have so much time, huh?
Oh, I wish I did.
Wait till you have three boys like me, 3 kids.
That's why we're sticking with one, Jay.
Yeah.
So Jay, I think you mentioned 2 things there. One was your previous gigs is where I met you from. And I kind of want to put an earmark in that.
Okay.
But the other thing as well, you said that you run a barbershop. So do you think, would you be more comfortable calling yourself a barber?
No, I'm not. I'm
a businessman.
I'm far from a barber actually. I got into it is by accident. Why did I say accident? It's just like if you want to start a business, right? So you gotta know that business from ground up, right? From everything A to Z, right? So say if I want to open a barbershop and then I don't understand anything about barbering, so why the hell am I doing there? what business do I have to do, being there? So I thought if I want to, at least I, have to learn the basics. So understand, what the barbers has gone through, what are the process being a barber, learn the skill and everything. At least I know what I can at least communicate with my staff.
Yeah.
So I took it upon myself to learn it basically just start.
How? What was it about being a barber that pulled you in?
Okay. I think for me, myself, working in the office environment, for quite a while, I struggle like finding a good place where I can chill, where I can cut my hair, where I can like at least talk to my barber, go to basically a nice
hangout,
manly place, hang out, cut hair, that sort of thing.
Talk shop, whatever you want to do.
And at the same time, the barber knows what the client wants. So the obvious choice back then was like you go to a mama shop.
Yeah.
You're lucky that he can at least strike conversation with you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, most of the Indian the mama shop, I think they don't really speak. They don't understand. And then the other choice was like a salon. They are owned like by ladies, lady boss. So whenever I sit there in a salon, it's like it feels like this is like a female
oriented space.
So and then basically they all want to do like all those crazy honky or Korean style, which sometimes
a little bit of a perm, a little bit of a wave.
Most of the time, men they cannot carry that style, so don't have much choice basically. Yeah.
So I didn't know this. You wanted to open up a barbershop before you even learned to cut hair?
Yeah. I thought this is the thing that struck my mind, right? So Brunei needs this place. I said, somebody. I always say somebody has to start something. Somebody has to open a barbershop. Like when you go overseas, you see all these cool barbershops. Somebody has to start it. I said, just keep saying to myself. If I didn't know anything about barbering, so the thing is, I don't have any knowledge that I didn't realize that actually anyone can basically when you want something and you really think it through. I mean, you can actually do a barbershop. So yeah, what you lost me there. What was it?
Yeah, so like what was it about being a bar? Like, I didn't know that you actually wanted to be more of you wanted to open up a barbershop before you even start cutting hair.
Yeah.
So the goal that really pulled you in wasn't really cutting hair. It was actually creating a space where where guys could sort of come in, hang out. It's cool. It's retro. Get a good haircut. Get a good shave.
So for a while, it was at the back of my head, right? It was the back of my head. I said, hey, I think this barbershop business is good for retirement plan lah. I said, as one day I said, happy company. I quit. I retire. When I'm old, I want to open a barbershop lah. I said, that's it.
I think I need to point out to the listeners as well that we worked in the same financial institution.
Yes.
This is going to be one of the later episodes in season 1.
You cannot mention.
I just say only. I say only. Can.
Okay,
we both worked at TAIP together. Because I've mentioned it on like the previous episodes already. About I used to work at a financial institution. It wasn't a bank. It was a financial institution.
That acts like a bank, but not a bank.
So what everyone didn't know, I really feel this was we got to know each other from TAIP.
Yeah.
Your table was next to mine. I was corporate comms. You were marketing. Yeah. We were the only people in our department.
Right.
And I remember we were just sitting down every time. We had a new managing director. Mm-hmm. And she wasn't sure what direction we wanted to go. And at one point, she was like, okay, stop. No more marketing, no more corporate comms. Nothing goes out until we figure out where we are and what we do. Yeah. And I remember at that exact moment, I sat down in my chair and I was like, oh my gosh. Like we were coming into work every single day with nothing to do. I said, hey, do you want me to work on this? No, nothing. Corporate comms on hold.
Yeah.
And I told myself, and I said, man, if I'm still doing this 5 years from now, I'm gonna be pretty sad with how my life is turning out.
Correct.
And I remember you and I would always just have conversations like, hey Jay, like we should just quit.
Yeah,
we should just quit and do something. Yeah. And you're like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I want to be a magician, Jay. I want to be the best magician in the world, you know? Yeah. And then I asked you, and I remember the first thing you said was, I want to open up a barbershop. Yeah. And I remember you started by just letting people into your house, into your little man cave, and cutting people's hair there.
Yeah, that is the second part. The second part. Basically, I was peddling pomades. You remember?
That's it. And I remember because you brought in Suavecito.
Suavecito, uppercut,
lay right. Stay right with lay right, you would always say.
Yes, stay right with lay right. And all those grease.
I was the guy that came in and was like, Jai, you should try this oil-based stuff, man.
Right. Yeah. I started with that first. I think what's drawn me to barbering is actually the culture. Also the culture, when they had a revival back then in what was it, 2000?
I want to say in the teens, like the 2000, because when I met you, it was probably about 2013, 2014.
2013, I already started.
Yeah.
Say 2010 lah, 2010. Around that time, there's a revival. And then I'm just like, wow. I said, wow, everywhere they're starting like a, classic barbershop. And then they started up with, all these pomades. And it goes hand in hand with the barbershop. So yeah, everyone was like crazy about trying out, all these hair products, skull pomade.
Yeah.
So I start peddling the pomade first, and then after a while I said, hey, If there's no barbershop, how can you, how can
Use
you
it to its potential.
Yeah, exactly. So it has to be a barbershop. There has to be a barbershop. So I think I was really thinking about it, and then I couldn't I was restless about it. What if we have barbershop here and then we sell pomades and everything? So we have the culture and then this like man cave style
Setup,
barbershop setup, that'd be cool. So thinking, and then I start to like surf all YouTube, check it out, and then see if I can just learn a few.
So you were self-taught to cut hair?
Self-taught at first.
Yeah.
Self-taught at first. Then I started to the interest start to, what do you call that? Peak.
Increased the peak, it piqued your interest?
Yeah, I piqued my interest, so I started like asking around. The salons or the barbershop.
Because I remember at one point you asked if my Indian barber could teach you how to straight edge shave.
Correct. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I said, whether I can ask all this Indian shop teach me, just teach me, and then I pay them lah.
Yeah.
So after asking around, then I there's one salon, lady salon, accepted my request.
Your internship lah. Huh?
Yeah.
Which one was it, Jae?
It was. My God, no, I can't remember. They have a salon in the one in Kulap Satu, and then they have a few salons.
Essentials?
No, not essential. They also have in Manggis.
Okay.
Katy Chai. Yes, you go there.
Well done. Our producer.
Yeah. Katy
Our
Chai.
producer is getting doing her job well today. Yeah.
I forget.
So you interned at Katy Chai.
Yeah, I interned. Not intern lah. Basically, they agreed to teach me haircut.
Yeah. You have a bit of hesitation on your face when you said
exactly.
What did they teach you?
Okay, so in a haircutting world, or there's actually like two stream lah. Okay, there's one is barbering stream, like classical men's haircut, and then the other one is a salon stream, like all those designer haircut,
all
those fancy, all fancy, and then where you learn all the perms, you learn all the coloring and stuff. So Katy Chai being a salon, of course, naturally they're gonna teach me the salon punya
style
lah, which wasn't in my no, it wasn't in my book lah. Basically, I want to learn like all those. Clipper haircut, using the machines. Using the machines, and then all the classic haircuts. No, they don't teach you that. They don't teach you how to use clippers properly. Okay. They all teach me using scissors. So I said, macam mana ni? You want to be a barber, you gotta
get your hands dirty, right?
on the clippers lah. Basically, clippers nothing. All the basic thing that I want to learn on clipper, I ask them. No, we don't use this tool.
Yeah.
You don't do all the fading. You don't do the open clipper, close clipper, close guard and stuff. Macam mana ni? I want to do on the face. I said I told to the kira tutor lah. I want to be a barber, man.
So you just put it on Twitter?
No. The
Twitter. Sorry, I thought you said Twitter. Yeah.
No. I said I want to learn to be a barber. And I got a shock of my life of the response. You don't want to become a barber?
She said that.
Don't become a barber. You have to be higher than a barber.
Wow.
You want to be a hairdresser. Hairstylist.
So even in the hair community,
there's
still like people who sort of like have certain, they have like a level or
yeah. You don't want to become a barber. You don't want to become I say I want to become that Indian shop guy.
with the fade.
And this she's she just smiled. No, you want to be this hairstylist. And hairstylists make money. Of course, they make good money. All the successful one. Yeah, of course. But it's just that at that time, I just want to learn the clipper, basic start dari awal kan. So no, they all teach me all to use the scissors, which I would appreciate now if I learn it very well. I would appreciate now, but back then I didn't really appreciate it. After I entered the class. I go to class in the evening, like 2 times a week.
Yeah.
After kerja balik dari type.
Yeah.
The tutor asked me to bring urangkan digunting.
Okay.
So I have to find people lah. Find people.
Have to find mangsa lah, bro.
Mangsa lah. Basically the unwilling mangsa.
So you basically brought your kids lah.
No. I brought some colleagues from work lah. Basically.
Okay.
Yeah. And then and their friends. I realize they are good enough to ataupun they fell for it lah.
Okay.
Yeah. So twice a week at night. Learn to
cut hair, to style hair.
Style hair. But really, after I came back from the class, I said, open YouTube lah, belajar sendiri lah.
Yeah,
belajar sendiri using the clippers lah. So I ended up, self-taught using the clippers, and then after a while, I get the hang of it. So I start like calling people to my house lah. Do you wanna have a free haircut? I said I want to practice. You don't have to pay me anything. You just come over and then let me just do some stuff on your head lah. So that's how I went along. And then I think during that time Instagram pun baru
come off.
So I just start posting all my cacat punya haircut. On the so
you made our producer laugh.
Basically, you just learning, right? So okay lah. Wow, post. Then people, hey, I want to go to your place and have a haircut. I said okay lah.
Yeah, because I remember when you were posting stuff, your space was a man cave. Yeah, you had all your toys there. Yeah. You had all your retro memorabilia and stuff. Do you find the mic a little uncomfortable, Jay? Because you keep shit.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Can you just lower it a bit?
Lower it a bit.
Yeah, perfect.
Hold on, I think we're going to have to do this. And I will.
Okay.
There you go. Better?
Yep. Okay. All right.
Yeah, because I remember on Instagram, I just remember your space was a specific way. It was like most barbershops you see overseas. You see all the vintage memorabilia. Yeah. You see all your toys.
Yep.
Because you're a cool dude. You just bought a ET anniversary bike, a bicycle. So like I remember seeing and be like ruggedness, like tempatnya. You made it look. You made it your own man cave. Yeah. But you made it look cool for someone to actually want to be there and take a photo there.
Yeah. I think it was that is the clickbait lah kali to sacrifice your head. So it was like that lah for a while. Siang kerja di type. Yeah. Jumpa si Nazri. Talk about pomades. Talk about what's going on.
Look, Jay, why no one use oil-based pomade here?
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. I think we've gotten deep enough in the conversation.
Yeah.
For the people listening, what is a pomade, Jay? What is it? Is it similar to hair gel? Is it a different product? What is pomade to you?
What is pomade? Pomade is basically hair product lah. Hair product. Kalau dulu orang panggil gel.
Yeah.
Gel kah ataupun satu hair oil kan, minyak kan. Tapi I think the pomade term is basically is pomade.
Okay.
Pomade, French for hair gel, hair product, hair oil. They just want to sound,
Fancy sikit
Fancy lah. Fancy lah.
And
So-
obviously the people in America probably
Yeah.
were like, oh, we would like some pomade.
Pomade.
And then everyone catches on after that.
Yeah.
Okay, so from there, right? You started learning from YouTube.
Yeah.
What happens next?
Excuse me. So after a while, more people coming to the house, and then I go with the same I said, okay, I'm cutting for free because I'm not that pro. I'm not a pro. So if there's something wrong happen to you, don't worry. I'll rush you to barbershop. All expenses paid.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay me. Then people start actually giving tips.
Okay.
After haircut, after haircut, they pay me $10. Pasar dia tipnya ni RM10. I'm not even the Indian barbershop punya level kan.
Yeah.
$10, $20, $10. Mostly cuma tu lah. Really? I
You got a $20 tip too, huh? Well done, dude.
Yeah, tip. They really appreciate that. I don't know why, huh? The haircut dia je berapa lah?
It's the experience, bro.
Probably lah, because I really take my time because you're still trying to learn it.
Yeah.
Take your time.
You make
talk.
good conversation.
Yeah, good conversation. And start paying $20. Okay. So gatal tiang, should I start charging? Yeah. Okay. So I think after a while, I was confident enough. I start charging lah. I think that time it was. I think it was 15 at the shop. I think it was 12. I think 12
Okay.
$12 kah? 12
Okay.
bucks. Yeah. Don't want to overcharge. RM12 masuk campur pomade apa harga.
The whole experience lah. Yeah.
12 okay lah.
Belum hot towel yet, tu, ah?
Belum hot towel. Hot towel cek-ceng 15 dia. Yeah. So, yeah.
Can
And
you
then-
walk our listeners through what a barbershop experience is like, Jay?
Okay.
Because I want them to sort of envision this right now. Because right now, we're talking about the hot towel. Before we sort of go on with the rest of your story,
Yeah.
like what is a barbershop experience? Especially for, I'm sure a lot of females have never gone into a barbershop and stuff like that. But what is the experience like? Because they're probably thinking, oh, you just go in, cut your hair, that's it? Or but what is it to you? What's the ultimate barbershop experience for you?
Basically, when you go to barbershop, I mean, you just meet with the barber, makes you, feel welcome, strike a bit of conversation, and then, direct them to the cutting counter, and then chit chat, ask him what his needs, and then what kind of style. Basically, what do you call this? What they call it? You just need to find out how what style he's comfortable with, and start doing his hair.
A little consultation lah.
Consultation, correct. Consultation. Then you can have a bit of conversation, or you don't want to have. You just want to relax. Don't want to say anything. Okay, fine. But we're there.
Yeah.
We're there just cutting your hair. If you wanna talk or don't want to talk, that's fine.
Because there are some days where you feel chatty, but there are some days you're just so tired, and I just want to close my eyes and just enjoy the
Exactly.
haircut.
So if the customer want to enjoy the haircut, it was it's really therapeutic with the when you put the machine or people start touching your head, it feels therapeutic. So some people just want to relax, just get the haircut, have a bit of a nap. Banyak je yang tertidur lah, tewas.
Dude, I've definitely snored on your barber chairs once or twice. Definitely, dude.
So some people do that. They just want to nap, relax, enjoy the haircut, and then after finish the haircut, we gonna. Some people it's optional if you want to wash your hair, and
If you want a shave,
yeah. So then after all that, we just style your hair lah, with the pomade lah. Pomade itu is the signature lah of the barbershop, and then ended up with a hot towel.
Yeah.
hot towel on the face, and then give some cologne before they go out, so that they can see the girlfriend or wife after that smelling good, looking
Or
fresh.
both.
Or both. You know, just make them feel good, feel fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's definitely one of the things I look
Yeah.
out for. How do I feel after a barbershop experience? Really,
Yeah.
tells me how much I love the space or how much I enjoyed the
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
So now we go back to your story. You've decided I'm gonna start charging people $12 for a haircut.
$12,
This was
yeah.
still at your house.
Still in my house because I don't have money to open a barbershop yet. And I'm still deciding whether this is just a pace, whether this can, lead to grow, or, shall I just, do this part-time gig saja lah. Still figuring out. Until now also I figure out.
I think too late already, Jack. I think it's too late to decide.
yeah.
We're still figuring it out.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So where was I?
$12 at the house
$12
still.
at the house, and then people start coming in after that. And people start to come in the house, one after the other, and then
I remember the one thing I asked you at work was, Jai, you're not worried ka having all these strangers walk into your house?
Yeah. So that was one of the thing that have to be people start coming in, and then I was cutting hair at night, and then kerja siang type, and then lepas itu weekend full on
All day.
sampai petang lah, sampai malam kadang-kadangnya. So ngalih nada berehat lah. I said, makin makin okay je lah. Then because Instagram, and then people start talking about it, and then people just wanna have experience something new lah. Dia orang tu cut gunting rambut dia orang Melayu. Orang Melayu. Orang Tani.
That's such a weird pull, bah.
Yeah. Support lah. Itulah. So mungkin ramai. And then I said, ngalih ni, I have to pull in another guy. So I happen to know I was introduced to one guy who's another guy who's actually doing a haircut at home.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Okay.
So
who is this guy?
Chi.
Oh, Chi. Yeah.
So I said, why don't you come to my house and then start cutting in my house, and then you charge what you charge, and then we just work from there lah. Soalnya kalau seorang ni mengalih because it's really tiring lah. So he agreed.
Nice.
He agreed. So he start coming to my house every weekend.
Okay.
Weekend we start to have a lot of customers. So gunting, kira tag team.
Because I remember I first met Chi from a mutual friend, Azim Ghani.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember he was like, yeah, I cut hair. I was like, oh, cool. And I remember just sitting on the steps of Azim's house, and Chi was just cutting my hair outside.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so crazy to sort of see these were the humble beginnings that him and you had, because I remember.
Yeah, I didn't know that there's another Malay guy in the kampung.
Orang Tani.
Orang Tani, gunting rambut kan. Okay je, okay, pull him in. Because I cannot do myself lah. Terlampau ramai kan request itu. And then back to what you were saying that strangers start coming in your house. So I was kind of worried je, but yang paling worried is my wife lah. Ni mungkin ramai seorang ke rumah ni, bahaya ni kalau ni strangers. Bising lah. Kena lah.
Even my sound guy laughing.
Bising lah. Ani jurit rumah ni, rambut baru ni sampai ke bawah. So you start to macam thinking of the next step.
Yeah.
Macam mana how to
Develop it lah.
Basically. So ani bising sudah. You definitely need to get a proper space. And people pun banyak sudah kan. Banyak, the demand tu is there, but I wasn't really sure actually.
How many in a weekend would you cut?
Wow.
At its peak?
At its peak, like 20 people macam tu. You know, 10 ano lah, 10 customers each lah. Me and Chi, 20 people macam tu lah.
And if you think about it, you're charging maybe about $15 now.
During that time, still 12.
Still 12.
Oh, 12. Dari towel.
Yeah.
No towel. Cannot charge $3 extra. Cannot. So yeah. So
what happened after that?
10 people lah.
Yeah.
10 customers each.
A day.
A day. Kadang-kadang sampai berjam-jam juga kalau yang fit, zero fit apa diri belum berapa pandai, so berjam-jam je lah. So yeah, so that was the life lah.
Okay.
But at the I was also thinking, okay, how to like set up like a proper shop lah. So while I think I was doing this for about one year kali. 1 year, I think 1 year plus lah from
because
home.
I think I was already thinking about leaving the corporate life at the time.
Yeah, you left first, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I remember you were saying like, I don't know if I can keep this up, man.
Yeah.
And I said, and at one point, I don't know how it came about. We decided to call it the Year of the Dragon.
Oh, yes.
This is the year Jae and I decided, all right, man.
To break away.
To break away from the 9 to 5.
Get your freedom.
To be a magician, to be a barbershop owner.
Yeah.
And what was the final thing that said, all right, time to pull.
Time to, to pull the
trigger.
The trigger. It was really, macam mana? For me,
did it happen naturally? Like someone offered you a space and then or was it like a lot of months of research, a lot of work, like legwork?
This is what happened lah. During that time also, it was I was macam in my day job, I was also like given the opportunity to progress lah, to another promotion lah.
Yeah.
So at the same time, I was also doing barbering. It's also doing so well, but then I can't be like 50-50, no here, no there. So it was quite unusual, quite difficult choice. And then they were giving me an opportunity to climb to the managerial position lah. Basically, you're on a trial lah. If you did this trial, very well, you can you can be the head of the department lah. But I don't know how long is the trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know that the barbershop is is something that I should pursue at the same time. And what happened? I was doing the haircut part-time gig. I did not touch my day job punya salary wah.
Okay.
It was just sitting there
every month.
Said okay. I think there's enough. There's already enough to open a small space lah, open a barbershop during that time. So after like really like serious consideration, so I said anulah, this is what I said to the HR department. I said, well, everybody knows that I'm a barber now.
I love that is the most you thing you could have said.
Yeah, because I was out in the paper doing Movember thing. I was out in the paper, talking about pomades and doing haircut and from the house.
This was like a Brunei Times feature or something like that.
Brunei
right?
Times, Boni Bulletin. There's people writing about me, and then there's also online. So I said, so now everybody knows that behind type, I'm also this guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you feel about that, because I think there is
conflict of interest.
There's I think during, I don't know if it's still they practice now. I mean, if you have another business, you have to, besides your job, you have to do a
declaration,
sort of stuff lah. So said, this is what I tell them. I said, can I take a sabbatical bah.
Unpaid leave.
Because I'm also still, this is 50-50. What if it doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't work, fail, then what are you going to do? I said, can you give me a sabbatical for 1 year so that I can pursue this, take it off the ground, make it run, then I come back to work. Okay. So sekalinya HR, biasanya kalau orang kan apply apa namanya ni? This sabbatical, what do you call that? Cuti hindi bergaji.
Unpaid leave lah.
Unpaid leave.
Yeah.
Unpaid leave. I said I want to take unpaid leave lah. Anything happen 1 year too, I can come back. So I said no, there's no such thing. If you want to take unpaid leave, to do a business. Basically, we only grant unpaid leave kalau you punya spouse kerja luar negeri ka, or you belajar ka, or you want to take care of your parents ka apa macam tu. So that ni, dia boleh berbisnes. Dia dapat sabbatical business. Oh,
Sorry,
no.
you cannot become a barber.
Catulah
basically it was Kathy Chai all over again. You don't want to be a barber. You want to be a hair salon stylist.
I hope Kathy Chai don't get angry if she watch this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, you can't. So artinya berhenti lah. Okay lah, said I will resign lah. I said
just like that.
Just like that lah. So I just took but at the same time, yeah lah. Okay, if you resign and then if I failed at the same time, I mean, I will go back and knock
on these doors.
And then itulah. So berhenti lah. Basically, there's no. They told you the policy. There's no such thing. Okay lah, berhenti lah, resign. Then my CEO that time said, you think it over. Yeah, take your leave.
Take 1 year to think it over.
Yeah. Take a leave. Yeah, think it over. Then you decide lah. I remember that was during my appraisal though.
Yeah.
Appraisal bawa ke bilik CEO. And then that was with HR before. And then this is appraisal with the CEO because I know already that I'm gonna resign.
Yeah.
By hook or by crook, you have to resign. So, but I have to do appraisal first, and then. So basically, I just want to tell what's going on with the CEO. Sekali, I said, sir, jangan dulu buat appraisal lah. What do you think? What do you think of my performance? Don't do the appraisal lah. Am I doing a good job? Do I have a chance climbing the corporate ladder? Jangan dulu let appraisal thing. Said, just be straight with me,
I love how you walked in with the biggest balls only because you knew you're like, I'm gonna quit anyway.
It's the year of the dragon.
Year of the dragon, man. Year of the dragon, bro.
So okay, so CEO was like macam going around and around. Do I have a chance or not? I mean, he's there. They're giving me, this. Opportunity to become the HOD kan?
Yeah.
So just go around and round and round and round.
There was no finale lah.
No finale lah. Okay lah. So like this lah. So I want to quit.
I make your job easy for you.
Yeah, make your job. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's why I don't want him to look at the appraisal. Kalau anda batali kan. I said I want to quit. I said, are you sure? Yeah. I'm so sure because I have a thing I'm doing. I'm cutting hair and everything, so I'm not sure if people are talking. Ya tadinya orang ketanian ni nya. Ini baru tak real talk.
Gangho.
Baru tak ada. We have something to talk about kan. Yeah. So ya tadinya orang ketanian ni ya kalau sudah macam dia orang bercakap badinya. Macam jealous thingnya cuma tu kan. Yeah, I said, I don't know if it's good for the company kan. If I'm going to be the HOD, so this one payah bani. I cannot do the barbering anymore bani. So So right now, I said I decide I want to pursue, being a barber instead of, going corporate all the way lah. Because I know where I'm gonna end up anyway. I'm probably not gonna like it there.
Yeah.
Versus as this new thing where it's very new and very exciting and
Brings me joy.
and I like coming in, coming every day, not wearing a tie, just wear my jeans and my
A Ramones t-shirt.
Yeah, Ramones, my punk shirts. Yeah, So that's where it comes about lah. Chaps and Rebels, the rebels, the punk, background is there. The rebels, yeah, because it's all about non-conforming lah. Basically for me, I never conform anyway. Macam you feel out of place.
Yeah.
Me sitting there. I mean, I'm not.
You and me both.
Yeah. Sitting there.
I was the black sheep with you.
Yeah. You and me. We're so out of place.
Everyone would always ask us like, "What are you guys dressing up? What are you wearing?"
Yeah. What's the dress? What was that? You have to wear a suit, MIB.
It could be an MIB collar or just regular collar.
Yeah, suit.
No need jacket, but it's smart casual.
Got jacket. I think you have to pakai.
No lah, no hat.
Some events.
Some events, yes. Events, of course.
So yeah lah.
So you had this conversation, and then after that, hit the ground running, found a space.
Yeah, I was already doing I found a space. I already found a space, so it was I already had a small space in Kulap lah.
Yeah.
So I quit. Then the boss said, pikir saya dulunya. You go to Bali, take a holiday, then you come back.
You don't know me, but I'm going there.
Yeah. After your holiday, you come back.
Excuse me, Jae. I'm just gonna just turn your mic towards you a little bit.
All right. Sure.
Sorry. There you go. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So you said go to Bali.
Go. Yeah. I know you're going to Bali for holiday. Yes, sir. Yeah. Then come back and lah. But katanya if you really want to I support you 100%. I really support local going to that's what I remember. I really support local going to businessnya, going macam diorang punya just break away from makan gaji lah.
Yeah.
So I really salute I really respect. Ada music belakang.
That was the ending I did not expect to happen to this story, because I was like, where is he going with this conversation?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the background music yang semangat itu.
Yeah.
So okay.
It starts quiet.
Yeah. I really respect that. But okay lah, sir. So please accept my resignation letter. So there's appraisal, and then at the back here I have my resignation letter. You just you just take it. I said I'm not going to think about it. You just I will resign. So it was I remember the feeling I had. It was like
ecstatic, euphoria.
Yeah. Macam your
weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, weight off your shoulder was like.
But also to get someone in such a high position to support you, that must have given you so much confidence.
Yes, exactly.
You were at what age were you when this all happened, Jae, if you don't mind me asking?
Age ni sensitive ni. Tahu orang. Actually, it's really.
Were you like late 30s?
At the prime already. At the prime.
You were late 30s. You had you had 2 kids, I think, at the time. Or was it?
I have 2 kids and then one more coming on the way. Yeah. Imagine, I need tiga orang ni kan disuap, and then bisa so kerja jadi manager. Berarti tu kau.
Yeah. So how did that? You're that stage in your life.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel when you're like resignations in? You're like, oh man, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It was scary and a happy feeling, because I think I also had stress lah, basically stress kan, because stress dari kerja, and then you are also hustling day and night basically. Nada berhenti.
There's no rest.
Yeah, stress really. So I said okay lah, berhenti saja, whatever happens lah after this. If it doesn't work, I am going.
You still have your corporate experience to fall back on, right?
Yeah. At my prime, and then 3 2 boys, and then 1 coming on the way. And then I remember my mom, decided, my mom told me to not to jangan terberhenti, jangan terbuka kedai. Ya, tapi biasalah kanak-kanak ni mana pandai mendengar cakap orang tua ni. You know.
You and me are definitely the kind that you tell me not to do something, I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Bad.
My mom said, tak payahlah buka kedai. My mom's Malaysian, right?
I was gonna say your mom is Malaysian.
Tak payahlah buka kedai je, buka kat rumah, kerja type lagi okay lagi apa ni? Because you secure basically. Okay. I say okay lah. I went apa ni?
Against her wishes.
Against her wishes, and I don't know what my mom said after that, but I proved her wrong lah, basically.
Yeah, I mean, you and I have a similar story. I remember. I remember the exact road, the exact time I told her, and the look on her face is burnt in my memory. The look of disappointment when I told her, Mom, I'm going to quit my job. She's like, oh, and do what? I said, I want to be a magician. And she was like, what? The look on her face.
I want to quit my job, want to become a barber.
Yeah.
You know, imagine the face on, the look on your face, bah.
I think magician and barber are the two jobs where your parents be like, I raised an idiot.
But seriously, you are at your prime. Imagine what my mom feels that time.
Of course, because at the end of the day, like I talk about this with all our guests, and it's so crazy. I think it's our culture as well. It's so embedded on mom's approval. Right. Did you have any safety nets? Did you have any backup plans, or did you just bank on one, your corporate life experience, and two, that you didn't touch your corporate salary at the time? Yeah,
I spent all the corporate salary, my savings.
No backup.
No backup.
No emergency
fund. And then
fund.
put everything in the everything goes to barbershop, and then just go from there lah. Yeah, but there was huge feeling of relief. Do you know I tell you this, when you're working that time in the office, macam you feel this very tight
tension, stress, back of the neck, the traps.
Yes. I experienced that all the time when I was working in corporate.
One, seriously, it's that posture. Two, it's that stress.
Yes.
It's that overwhelming, like, am I doing something with my life?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I seldom get that nowadays. I seldom get that. Seriously,
It's just, you need to...
if there's anyone can take some...
Photos
or videos.
I thought you needed to make a call out.
No. Take video photos for the gram.
You so hip, lash. Okay, so one thing, and that's how Chaps and Rebels was born, which I thought was really cool. Here's the one thing that every time I hear this, it rubs me the wrong way a little bit, only because this statement is very, like, it's an easy cop-out. We talked about this a little earlier in the green room. We were just talking about how, a lot of people use their 9 to 5 as an excuse not to pursue their business, their dream, their goal, and you're a living example that, I had a 9 to 5, and yes, I still hustled outside the 9 to 5. Yep. What I found interesting was you weren't afraid to learn. Even in that late 30s, you were in your prime, and you were willing to just be like, hey, this is me. I want to learn how to cut hair.
Right.
You reached out to everyone. You reached out to Indian barbershops. You learned on YouTube. You did free cuts. And you were doing it all over the weekends. Like, I think the 9 to 5 is such an easy exit to not pursue what you're doing.
Okay.
Like there's that fear, when in reality, most of the time, it's usually linked to a fear of failure.
Fear of failure.
Yeah.
And then you're also comfortable basically with your salary. You
complain all the time. But
you complain all the time, complain how suck your job is. But you also have every month, that something is going to be inside your bank account lah.
Yeah.
So of course it's a scary feeling, but the thing is, you just ask yourself whether how bad you really want
This dream.
This dream. How passionate are you about it, and then how serious are you about it, and how you really want to make it happen. So I guess for me that drives me to just jump all the way.
I think one of the tests is you just cannot stop thinking
about it. Yes,
and you cannot stop worrying about the regret of not trying it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think these are two markers that you can use to just be like, is this something I really want to pursue or not? Yeah.
Yep. So exactly. I mean, if you're not gonna do it, and then 20 or 10 years from now, you would say, could have done that back then. So I don't want that. Tanula.
Yeah, that's the same with me. That was the exact same reason why I quit. I quit the corporate life as well. Because I said, look, even if I quit and it doesn't work out, I gave myself a timeline. I told my mom, I said, look, just give me 6 months.
Yeah.
If it works out in 6 months, bonus. If it doesn't, I'll go back to the corporate life. But now I'll go back to the corporate life knowing that I've tried it and it didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work out. That's it.
But then alhamdulillah, like everything sort of like fell into place for you, for me. And it's just, I think a lot of people feel like just because they have a 9 to 5, they cannot make steps towards their goals.
Right.
I mean, it's called a side hustle for a reason. You're doing it on the side.
Yeah. For me, it was either I was going to become a club DJ or barber lah.
Yeah. It was either going to be Barber J or DJ.
I didn't have a actual DJ name back then, so I just called myself DJ Jae.
DJ Jae.
Boringnya namanya. But it was cool gig lah last time.
Yeah.
Before I pursue the barbering thing.
Yeah.
I really wanted to be a club DJ, but so happens Brunei don't have clubs. You can't.
So your options were limited, lah.
Limited. But I was doing good money. Doing from DJing. Okay. Especially like corporate gigs. Oh.
Really?
Yes, good, easy money lah.
Wow.
Back then, yeah.
Okay.
And because corporate corporate event doesn't last until
midnight. Not even till midnight.
Yeah. So pukul 10 orang habis makan, and then you start to play around 10 lebih, pukul 11 lebih orang sejam itu orang kan balik semua.
Yeah.
So but you still get your
money's worth.
Your money's worth. Yeah, you get like pay 800 per night, 1,000 per night.
Wow.
Yeah, back then. Back then
when it was a little bit more, I think, flexible.
Flexible. Yeah.
So I think if we switch gears back to the barbering story. Yeah. I feel like you opened up a barbershop at ground zero.
Yeah.
You literally opened up Chaps and Rebels. There were no other gentleman barbers around.
Yeah.
Did you appreciate the fact that there were no other shops so you could kind of freestyle a little bit? Or did you wish there was one that you could sort of, maybe learn a little bit from, or maybe, sort of develop from?
What, in terms of the
starting up a barbershop?
Starting a barbershop.
Yeah. Did you love the fact that no one else was doing it and you could do it however you wanted?
Yeah. You just answered yourself there.
Yeah. Because I was like, because some people, I mean, with me, especially like being a nutrition, like if I want to be a nutrition coach, sometimes I wish like, wow, there's no other nutrition coaches in Brunei that I could sort of see what the market is like. What the response is like, what are expectations of clients here. So that kind of scares me sometimes, because I'm more of the guy that I need to have a plan before it sort of works on through. And freestyling scares me a little bit.
Yeah, freestyle. You set your own bar lah.
Yeah. So that you enjoy that? That's
I mean,
this is where you and I differ.
Basically, I don't have to I don't have to like measure myself against the whoever OG lah in the barbershop that time. There's basically there was none. So you do whatever you want with it.
My producer Yaya says this is my Virgo tendencies to be OCD and to have to make sure everything's in place before I take the shot. Just out of curiosity, what's your star sign, Jay?
Virgo.
Totally different. Would say, see, I told you this star sign thing, Yaya, isn't a thing, man.
Nah. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for proving her wrong.
Yeah,
Jay.
3rd September.
Yeah. There you go.
We'll go.
Oh man. So okay, now to build on that business thing.
Yeah.
I've spoken to other friends, in different industries who are sort of starting businesses where it's kind of niche, like a barbershop and stuff like that. And they always bring up two things. One, of course, when you start building a little bit of success, there's going to be a mushroom effect of copycat, business people. And then later on, number two is getting your best or experienced workers poached. Have you ever had to sort of deal with any of these things?
Mushrooming, biasalah.
It's like the cube shop effect, right?
Yeah.
Once a cube shop opened, all of a sudden there were like 20 cube shops.
Yes. Once someone, creates something which is, doable and is pretty successful, so you will get all this mushrooming effect.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, you can't escape that basically. You just have to, have to live with it lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't say it's not a problem. It is a problem for me because this is barbering is like it's a niche. It's a niche.
It's a skill.
Yeah, it's a niche whereby that you are tapping on customers which are prepared to pay $28 for a haircut. Compared to $4 haircut with the Indian shop. So it's really a small niche. In a small market, especially in Brunei, there's only a handful of people that is willing to pay $28. Yeah. So I won't say it's a problem, but the thing is, you just have to, you can't escape it. You just need to, improve everything, and then stay on your lane, and then ask yourself why did you do this in the first place? Why did you do it? I mean, it's very deep. It's very easy to get swayed.
Yeah.
Banyak competition ni, pisan ni.
Yeah.
Macam tu kan? But then if you stick to your original intention, why you do this, and then you start to see that there's a lot of things that you can tweak, improve or learn. There's so many things to learn. I'm so lazy, but there's actually a lot of things that you need to learn when you are already in this
field.
Yeah, in this field or in this level. The more you grow, the more stuff you need to learn lah. But I'm a lazy person.
That's so cool to hear, because I think one of the common things I realized with the people on the episode on the season so far is everyone's always tried to figure out what their why is. Yeah. And then from there, it helps them stay on track.
Yeah, stay on track.
That's something I do with my personal training clients. So on day one, I'll ask them, hey, why are you here? And then we'll go deep. I'll ask them why 5 times, Jay. And be like, why are you here? I want to lose weight. Why is losing weight important to you?
Yeah.
Oh, because I want to be healthy. Why is being healthy important to you?
Yes.
Oh, because I want to play with my kids more and blah, blah, blah. Why is playing with your kids more important? Because so I think that's really cool to sort of hear that you found out what your why was, and it helps you stay on track.
Stay on track lah, basically.
And also, I think the one thing I liked what you said is that the better you get or the higher level you get, there's more that you need to learn. Because people think the better you get, I don't need to do anything anymore.
Yeah. You definitely have to learn a lot of stuff lah, basically. Honestly, I'm still not good with what I'm doing. Like on the business side, managing side, there's so much things that I like put it under the carpet lah.
Okay.
Macam keeping your cash flow doing it by really like business book lah.
Yeah.
Basically I'm just the way that I do business is really really rogue lah.
Yeah. A little chincai lah, huh?
Little chincai lah. As long as you see that money's coming in, but some people are really like
they keep track of the books. They do all that
really
stuff.
being geek about it, like having like system lah, apa macam tu. But that requires a lot of brain work for me lah.
Yeah.
But you need to do it.
Yeah.
So that you can track all the expenses, and then you can foresee, you can forecast your business growth. I admire that. I still couldn't have that
Mindset.
Yeah, mindset, and then that knowledge. I still haven't figured it out yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I just go with the flow lah. Basically, as long as you see money coming in, not a lot of money going out,
You're good.
You're good.
You can pay your staff. You can keep the lights on. You're good.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
But I admire those people that can really do that. With all the forecasting.
Yeah.
I mean, people nowadays are really lucky lah. I mean, you can always go to like classes. You go to there, and then there you go. I handled all this, you learn your marketing, spoon, the spoon feed lah. Basically, during my time, another figure out lah.
Yeah, you're like, hey. You want to be barber? You want to talk about barbershop?
Yeah.
Go for it, buddy.
And then you how to run a business like properly, do marketing properly. Semua dah free. Very 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 good. They're you guys are so lucky.
Yeah.
So there's no reason that you
cannot lah. I cannot do this.
You go to place like there, you learn all this stuff. They will teach you. Free lagi.
Yeah.
Free lagi.
It's so crazy. The resources out there are amazing.
Everything spend you dadak.
Yeah, because like for me, when I wanted to learn how to be a better coach, I reached out to coaches. So I reached out to a friend of mine. He's a coach in Dubai. His name's Tanner Shak.
Yeah.
And I asked him like, hey, do you do classes? Like I want to learn how to be a better coach. And I think one of my weaknesses is programming for a client. Just the workouts and the flow and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't know how I'd charge for it. I think what makes the most sense is I'll charge you like my personal training rates. So I had to pay him, I don't know, like $150 for an hour. And he says, tell me what questions you have. What are your concerns? And I'll try my best. We'll get on a Skype call for an hour and I'll try to answer as many of the questions that I can. So that's what I did. Like, I had to pay to learn from an expert or to learn from someone who's good at what he does. And just learn from there. I mean, so many resources lah besar ni lah. Then there's even the where is that place I used to do a haircut class? PPB. Okay.
They have like program. You can learn how to barber. Last time mana ada keticai. Mana ada masa ni ada, and then masa ni ada. It's so lucky, man. And then this PPB give you a place free of charge. Tidak ada bayar sewa.
But the thing is, Ajay, like I feel they won't value the skills or the lessons they learned as much as you did when you had to sort of scrape and hustle to actually learn and make it work.
Yeah.
It's a different, like, yes, they will learn something. And I'm obviously I'm a little biased. Yeah. They will learn something, but I don't think they will value it as much as someone like you who actually went out there, paid themselves, found their own teachers and all that stuff.
And I'm still I mean, if I have free time, I'm also looking for courses, short courses elsewhere,
With the success of Chaps and Rebels, I know you were in Kulap at first, then you guys got a bigger space in, would I say, was that Manglayat? Manglayat, yeah. Now you're already thinking about a second branch. Yeah. Can we say that?
Boleh lah.
Can exclusive.
It's an open secret.
What do you think, contributes to your success? What makes you stand out from your competitors that has given you longevity?
Success belum je sukses
You don't think so, Jae?
No, I mean I have my I have my
goal.
Yeah, goal. So belum lagi lah. And looking at these few years, there's a lot of challenges, a lot of things that that put things on hold basically. So belum lagi lah. But it's okay if you call success. If you mean success like quitting your 9-to-5 job and do your what you really want to do, that's a kind of success as well. Yeah. So
just being happy with what you do.
Yeah, just being happy with what you do. So that's success as well. So
is it okay if I ask Jae, like, are you making as much as you were in your corporate scene, or or?
I'm making much more than
That's so crazy.
And
huh?
making much more. I wish that I had done it much earlier. I wish I had that year of dragon, before we did.
I know, because I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
the year after I left, you left.
I left,
And
yeah,
then I remember our first meetup. I went for a haircut at Chaps and Rebels.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Nyasal ko eh, I should have left when you left."
Yeah. So Alhamdulillah, it's okay. It's much better than slaving.
Speaking the truth, man. I get it, dude. I get it. I get it.
Because your heart is not in there, bah.
Yeah.
You're not in you're not.
Go on. I'm a bit worried, but
Yeah.
excited at the same time.
You're not happy looking in the mirror that when you pakai the
Button up shit.
MIB.
Tuck in.
I'm not trying to, I'm just being honest lah, basically.
With you. Like,
With
you can only
myself.
speak for yourself. Yeah.
You have to know where I come from. I come from a punk rock background. And then this punk rock,
It's all about
non-conforming. And then you have to pakai the MIB and then shirt and then...
Everyone looks the same.
Yeah, and then pakai songkok every event. So you woke up, but you're crying inside, bah. Oh my God, it was. So, but you had to do it. You have to do it because
it's still part of the process.
yeah. So, but then you're not happy, kan? So go out there and then find something that you're happy with.
But also, if
Yeah.
you didn't go that path,
Yeah.
you wouldn't know that it would make you unhappy or if it would make you happy.
Yes, yeah,
It's all part of the process.
Yeah, it's all in the process, lah. Basically, so even if it waits, even if it waits until you have to reach your prime, or in the 40s or 50s to figure out, that you want to go with your passion.
Yeah.
So it's all part of process, lah. Basically.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the barbering community in Brunei at the moment? Is it a space where everyone sort of gets together? Is it a space where people sort of stick to their own? Is there a space for collaboration? What's the deal like with the industry at the moment here?
Okay, the scene now is actually malu tapi mau.
Okay.
Malu tapi ragu.
Okay, so if you had to translate that, shy, but like quit.
Yeah,
How would you say ragu?
You're good at that. You're good at that.
What
malu
is ragu?
tapi mau, malu tapi ragu.
Ragu is
50-50. 50-50.
Okay.
Mau kinda si Jae kan collaborate sama dia ko. Katakan malu lah.
Okay.
Tapi sebenarnya collaboration in any industry is very good.
Yeah.
It's very good, and you will learn a lot, and basically you'll make the scene grow lah. Basically you'll make it's about networking and everything, kan?
I think done with the right intentions, any form of collaboration will flourish.
Yes, correct. If you have the right intention lah, bukannya pasal ego ka apa ka. Basically, so at the moment we malu lah.
Tapi mau.
Tapi mau sebenarnya.
Tapi ragu.
Ragu.
That needs to be your next Chaps and Rebels t-shirt. Malu
Yes.
tapi mau.
Correct. Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be a Movember edition to the t-shirt lah. Huh?
But actually, it's good. I mean, if you see from overseas, they all collaborate, and some people work together. So it adds to some what do you call this? It adds some substance to the industry lah.
There's some meaning.
There's some meaning,
standards.
and then people are looking at it. Oh, okay, they're doing something. It's all about positivity lah.
Speaking of collabs, speaking of international, will we ever see a Chaps and Rebels pomade?
Oh, okay.
Has that ever crossed your mind?
It's not. Yes, definitely. I want to see my own product. I want to create a product. It's always there, but I think there's also like there's a you question yourself, will it gonna be better than all these other products, kan?
Yeah.
And then the first initial investment, when you go to a factory that you have to like meet certain numbers, like thousands tubs, whether you will be able to
Sell it or
or
not,
not, whether it's going to be, so there's always still a,
Okay.
yeah.
What's one thing that you know now that you wish you knew when you started this whole journey, this year of the dragon?
What I know now,
Yeah.
that you actually, okay, when you start that time, I wish that since you are doing a niche, right? So that you come in the market, you actually secure the piece of pie.
Yeah.
Awal-awal.
Yeah. It's all yours.
Yeah, awal-awal lah, basically.
Yeah.
So if you wanna grow, depends lah. Depends what was your intention that time. So if you really wanna grow your business, I think during the first 5 years or two, it's crucial that you enter the market and then grab the bigger piece of pie. It's like I'm saying that, macam let's say I started, let's say hypothetically, I started with like 5 branches, boom.
Yeah.
That time. So you corner all the
Everything
lah.
Yeah.
It would be easier than now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Correct?
Fair enough.
Correct.
Because all the different branches, all the different shops are opening different areas of the
yes.
country.
Yes. So now it's pretty hard to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's really crucial tips too for someone who is jumping into a niche industry, for them to sort of know like, yeah, it's going to take a bit more work.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little bit more capital.
Crazy is more capital, more work, more brain work.
But if it works,
you today you're driving Porsche.
So Jay, here's my question for you now, right?
Yeah. So just Nas, you can take care of my branch.
Can.
And then,
I meet you at the Porsche meetup later.
Yeah. You just sit up there lah, basically.
So here's my next question, Jay. Even with the success of Chaps and Rebels, right? The fact that you're quite comfortable with what you make now.
Okay.
The fact that you are happy.
Because I'm lazy.
The fact that you are happy when you wake up now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I can sleep very well.
You can wear a t-shirt and jeans to work. You can ride your Vespa to work.
Yeah.
These sort of things, right? Like
I can ride my BMX with ET
exactly,
in the basket.
Dude. Do you still ever feel a little, there's a little bit of shortcoming, or there are days where you just don't feel confident, or there are days where you feel like, am I really, the person to be run? Because I go through that all the time.
Yeah.
Like there are some times where someone will, talk about a gig or something like that, and I'd be like, sure, I'll take it. But then inside there's this monster, there's this little voice that'd be like, are you sure you're the best person for this? Or if I get an opportunity for a magic show, I'd be like, am I really the best magician that they could hire for this specific thing? I always question myself. I have very low confidence. And do you ever suffer from that?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah, all the time.
Well, what's that like?
Yeah, because I simply, honestly, I have a personal goal that I want to meet, but I know that I procrastinate.
Yeah.
I'm a chronic procrastinator.
Yeah.
So that makes it you question yourself whether you're.
I'm the same. I procrastinate so much, and when things get a little bit more overwhelming, I procrastinate even more. Like I push it.
I think that is normal to everyone, Kale.
Oh, Virgo tendencies. Yeah.
So. Human tendency. So I get that all the time. So
we've got a bit of a surprise for you. It's not an ETBMX, unfortunately. But I wanted to show the people who listen to this podcast that regardless where all my guests are in their life or in their journey, that they go through self-doubt, they go through, insecurities, they go through imposter syndrome, which a lot of people who are just about to get started go through it just as much as we do, So if there was ever a time that you ever went through this moment, Jay, I want you to remember this thing that's about to happen right now. So we reached out to a circle of friends, of your friends, and we asked them the simple question, how has Jay impacted your life with what he does? So, we reached out to 3 people, and here it is. So we're going to start off with a fellow barber.
Okay.
His name is Fahad.
Okay.
So we asked Fahad, hey,
Yeah.
how has Jay impacted your life with what he does? So this is what he has to say about you.
Hey, surprise, surprise. Assalamualaikum. Hi, it's Fahad from Burkat's Barbershop. Hey, Jai. Hey, Nazri. So, I'd say thank you, Bang Jai. You have made a big impact to my life. I don't know if you know, but from opening your first shop di Kulapa tu, it opened up the world of barbering to me, how fun this thing is. And haircuts from si Chi dulu, and then si Oliver really made me take my first steps in barbering. I say thank you for opening that door for me. All right.
Did you ever feel like you had an impact like that to the people around you?
Do I make that kind of impact?
Yeah.
Well, I never thought about it though.
Yeah.
I just do what I do basically. I'm not out there to like. Basically, I'm just doing it for myself lah. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if people like think that I touch them in a certain way.
Yeah. I mean, not literally.
Not literally.
Please, yeah.
It's like what Fahad mentioned. So I'm really, I really appreciate it. I'm really like grateful that, in some ways,
Yeah.
I did something to open their.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
We also reached out to your first collab barber,
Collab barber.
Chichi.
Oh, si Chi. Yeah. Haji.
And this is what he has to say.
Assalamualaikum. Hi guys, I'm Chi, one of Chaps Rebels team. I have known Jai for about 10 years now, ever since Chaps and Rebel is still a small business at home to opening its first barbershop in Kulap. Jai has inspired me a lot in life. He has given the opportunity and trust to work with him. For me, Jai is not only an inspiration to me, but also to all youth in Brunei. Jai could be a role model to Brunei youth that doing barbering is a promising career. As we can see, there is a growing number of local barbershop in Brunei at the moment. Jai has taught barbering skill and lesson at Pusat Pembangunan Belia and instill their barbering passion to our youth. Alright, there is a lot to share to you guys, but time is limited. Bye-bye for now and take care. Assalamualaikum.
Study English yeah.
So I was gonna say I have not heard him speak this much English in one stretch.
Yeah.
But that's a guy who went on who started a journey with you.
Cool.
You know?
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. I think.
Is it weird hearing from peers in the field? I can imagine.
Because I started out not, like I said, I'm just doing it so that I can, I don't have to work
9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
But if I didn't do it, if I didn't do barbering, I don't know where I'm gonna end up actually.
Yeah.
That's 10 years ago.
Me too, man.
Could be still in type or another corporate.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
We reached out to one last person.
Yeah.
There's a guy you've been hanging out with, I think, a little bit more regularly now with Zara Brew as well. Easy Anwar from
Easy.
Khalifa. And this is what Easy has to say.
I really appreciate Jai as when the hard times actually hit us as a business, he was the one brother that I could actually talk to and vent out my frustrations, my concerns, and I guess I reciprocated the same for him.
Yeah,
Jai,
bro.
if you're hearing this right now, I wish you all the best, brother. I hope your company keeps on growing.
I mean,
I hope everything turns out well for you. And whenever you need someone to talk to and vent out and about, I'm always here, my bro.
Timestamp.
Love you, Jai.
Cool, man.
So
All the best, and hope you enjoyed Nazri's pounding on his podcast.
Such an easy way to sort of end things.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
I think it's cool that, you know, not only are relationships sort of restricted to your industry, but for the people around your industry who are potentially going through similar, you know, trials and tribulations like you are as well.
Yeah, the last COVID punya is really bad lah. Yeah, really bad.
You guys still recovering from that, Jay?
Yeah, still recovering. Yeah, a lot of money has been lost.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, due to the decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so Jay, that was it. Like, we just wanted our guests to sort of leave with this little gift that if at any point you ever feel a little unconfident, a little insecure and all that stuff, at least there's 3 people that you've impacted with what you do already. And I think that's that's more than enough for so many
good.
people
Yeah,
already.
it's good to hear. Yeah.
So Jay, the aim, one of the aims of this podcast is to be a database. Right? 10, 20, 30 years from now, someone who's going on a similar journey like you, or someone who is pursuing a niche in a new industry that we don't know about.
Yeah.
I want this to be a database for them that they can sort of look back on and learn from people like you, learn from people like Easy, learn from people like, you know, Zainal or whoever. And
Cool, man.
for the people who are about to start their journey, or people who are ragu-ragu to start,
Tapi mau
tapi
ragu.
and they're running through it, what is one tip you could leave them with?
One tip, follow your instinct lah. Just follow your passion. Your passion will lead you to where that you are in a much more happier place lah. Otherwise, if you macam still thinking about it, you know, what do you call that? Macam you know, what do you call this?
Like just non-stop thinking about it?
Yes, non-stop thinking about it. It's better like you have to take some action on it. You know, even, you know, just by doing instead of like just thinking at the back. You know, you start small. Basically, I started small. I mean, we don't have much resources back then, as opposed to now. So, you know, when if you really want it bad enough, you will find a way. Basically, if you really want something bad, you find a way. Like you know, I waited for that ET bike 40 years.
2 years?
40 years.
40 years?
40 years.
So you watched the movie and you were like, I want that bicycle?
I want that bike.
40
But
years later.
You can't get it.
What was the brand, Jay?
Kuahara.
That's it.
Yeah, you want something really bad, you will get it.
So you watched ED 40 years ago.
Yeah.
You wanted that exact BMX bicycle.
Yeah.
And you just got it 1 or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 1 or 2 weeks ago already.
That is amazing. That's a full circle moment, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, Jay. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, some people want to get Porsche and everything. I'm a simple guy. I just want to get a Kuahara bike. I'm okay already.
It's the ET 40th anniversary edition.
Yes.
Which is limited to a certain number around the world.
Yeah. Limited.
You actually sold a similar bike, but it wasn't the ET
It
bike.
wasn't
so you
the
sold
ET bike
it.
I want. So yeah, give it to another guy lah.
Jay, that brings us to the end of the podcast. I want to say thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
I love the story. I love the tips. And I can't wait for everyone to sort of hear the story, man.
Cheers, man. It's really good what you're doing here.
Thanks, man.
I wish
Trying.
this show will grow lah.
Yeah, the team and I hope so, man. Thank you, brother. That's it.
Thank you.
My guy.
Berapa jam ke tak?